Let's bring in Lieutenant Tracy McCray from San Francisco Police Officers Association. Lieutenant, thanks so much, as always, for joining me. You know, one thing that we continue to see is these DAs in these progressive cities, one in your city as well, that it is, you see the rap sheet, you see that it's a known criminal, they continue to commit violent acts, but they let them right back on the street. When is it going to end?
Thank you. I mean, you're exactly right. When is it going to end? I mean, how many chances do you give a person who clearly shows that they're not ready to turn over a new leaf and want to do the same thing over and over and over again? And they just feel that it's their right now. You know, when the detective was talking, you know, there was a 200% increase in ambush of officers between 2020 and 2021. 19 officers were killed ambush style. And he's right about people just coming up and feeling like they can just commit a crime against a police officer or any citizen. You see them pushing them off the subway platforms. I mean, what is that?
Lieutenant, I talked to my sources all across the country. They can't fill the police academies. Nobody wants to do the job anymore. They don't want to lose their family if there's an accident that happened, or they just want to be thrown under the bus, or they don't want to lose their life just in the line of duty because people are just walking up to cops and literally assassination style killing them.
Right. You talked about the two detectives, Moore and Rivera, who lost their life. I mean, would you want that job? Would anyone want to be a cop today? No, we can't even fill our police academy. You know, no one's coming to the rescue. And it's those of us who are left who have to pick up the pieces and band together and still try to go out and do our job because the communities need us, right? The communities are under attack. We just had a drive-by shooting with the AK-47 yesterday in broad daylight. So, I mean, criminals are so emboldened because these prosecutors aren't prosecuting. They don't care about prosecuting anyone. They want to open the jails and just let everybody walk out and do whatever the hell they want with no consequences. So an attack on a police officer is really an attack on the moral fiber of society. And once you allow that to happen and continue to happen unimpeded, it's just going to tear down society. And then it's good luck, you're on your own.
Yeah. On the screen, we're playing all these different situations that happen across the country where the criminals are just emboldened. They just do whatever they want to do. Lieutenant, if you were in charge and you could enact some policies day one, what would you do?
I mean, you commit a crime, you're going to jail. You know, if I could wear the triple hat,
Is that simple?
Be the officer, be the prosecutor, I mean, like, if you're getting arrested, you're going to jail and you're going to be held responsible. You know, did your parents let you do whatever you wanted to do? No, right? There were consequences to bad behavior. And what you're seeing playing out on the screen is just some god-awful bad behavior because people are like, well, I'm just going to do what I want to do. Because who's going to check me, boo? No one's getting checked, Lawrence. No one. These criminals are just running rampant, doing whatever they want, and people who can afford to have security or who are established living behind gated communities, that's for the little people to deal with, right? Yeah. Not them. So, again, who's going to check them? If it's not us, who's going to check them?
Lieutenant, you're so right about the parenting. I mean, my parents, I'm from Texas. They would always say, a hard head make a soft behind. And I think you know what that means.
Oh, yes. I've been there and heard that.
That's right. Lieutenant, thanks so much for joining the program tonight.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.